Hi everyone, Joy Carey's here, and I'm going to show you how to create groups in Canvas. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over here and click on People. And in a second here, it will load all the names of your students. You'll see your students over here on the left side of your screen. I've blurred them out for privacy reasons because this is online, but you'll be able to see yours. And then you're going to want to come up here and click on Groups. And then you're going to want to click on Group Set. And you're going to want to give your project a name, your group project a name. I usually put something in here that helps identify the name of the project the students are working on. But you can give it any title you want, anything that will be easily identifiable to you and the student. So I'm just going to call it Project 1. Now you've got a couple of options here. Number one, you can allow the students to sign themselves up for the group and choose their group. If you want to. This little box here, require group members to be in the same section. What that refers to is some instructors have had IT combine their Canvas shells together into one large shell, particularly if they teach several sections of the same course, so they don't have to keep posting the same information to multiple Canvas shells. For most of you, that's not going to apply, so I would just leave it blank, but that's something you could consider in the future. So you can choose if you want self-sign up or not. Down here, you can ask Canvas to automatically split students into groups, if you check that, and then you just designate how many groups you want. Or the other choice is that you can create the groups yourself, and I'll go ahead and choose that for now. And then I'll just click Save. Okay, so if I choose to create the groups myself, then I just come over here. On this side over here, on the left side, you'll see lists of all your students. Again, my names are blurred out for privacy reasons. But you just click Group, and then you just give your group a name. And if you want to limit the group to a certain number of members, you can designate that. And I'm just going to create a few groups. Okay, so I've got 3 groups here. Then you come over and you click on the plus sign next to each student's name, and you select the group that you want that student to be assigned to. So I'll go ahead and put the first student in group 1, the second student group 2, the third student group 3, and so forth. You can go ahead and assign students to the group. Then when you come back to your groups and you click on this little arrow here, and it will open up and you'll be able to see all the students who are in that group. If you want to, you can click on these 3 dots here and you can choose somebody as the leader of the group. You can also remove someone from the group or move them to a different group. So those are your choices. Over here, you'll see 3 little dots. And when you click on that, you've got 3 choices. You can either edit the group, you can visit the group's homepage, or you can delete the group. And we're going to go ahead and visit a homepage. And when you click on that, you'll be taken to the group's little workspace. It creates a little Canvas shell just for that group. You can go ahead then and post things in here for your group. For example, if you want to put an announcement up here for students that tells them what they want, what they should do, or you can also go ahead and post that in the announcement section. For example, you can just click on an announcement that perhaps gives the students all the instructions that they need. You can go ahead and do that. That's what I often do with announcements. Pages is usually the area where I have the students do the project or post their results. And oftentimes I will go ahead and start the page for them. You might give the page a name based on what the project is. I'm just going to call it Project 1 again, but you can put whatever you want there. And then you might you just put post your project ideas here. or whatever it is you want them to do. If you want to, you can also designate who can edit this. I usually leave it to only members of the group can edit this page. And you can also notify users when someone has added something to the group, and you can click Add to Students To-Do List. So anyway, you have that option. And we'll just go ahead and save that. And so there it is right there. When you click on People, you'll see a list of all the people who are in the group, and if students want to email them, to email each other, it lists their email address, and they can also email in Canvas by clicking Send Message. Discussion area, if you want to start a discussion area for the students to discuss what they're working on, you can go ahead and create a discussion forum right in here so that they can talk about their project. Files allow students to upload things like images or word processing documents or whatever they might want to upload for the project. So they can just do that in this area. If the students need to meet in real time to talk things over, you can go ahead and set up a conference, or they can set up a conference, and they just click the conference button, and they might write in the description area here what time they want the conference to be and who they want to invite. Generally, you want to invite all group members. And so you can go ahead and set that up. Collaborations is something you would set up if you want to have students use resources like Google Docs. In order to do that, you have to authorize Google Drive access right here, and you also have to have every student in the group have a Google account. So you'll need to think about those things in deciding whether you want to use that. Once the student groups are set and you want to monitor the different groups, you can click Switch Groups and switch between the groups to see how things are progressing. One thing that's kind of neat to do is when you click on, here, let me go back to Group 1 and click on the page I created. When I click on that, if I click on these three dots here, I can view the page history. And that shows me who contributed to the work and what date and time. So you can kind of see who's been working on it. And you can also go back to previous versions of the work, like how it, how was it before somebody added some material to it. That's very helpful for you as a teacher to see who's contributing. So in order to get out of this, you need to go back to the home. If you want to go back to just out of groups and go back to your course, you'll need to come up here and click on the name of your course. Now, if you want to link an assignment to these groups, you just click Assignments and say you want to create an assignment for this. Okay, you'll put your assignment name, tell the students what it is they're going to do, and then when you come down here, let's see, I'm going to put it in the projects group, and then you pick your grading, how you're going to grade it. Say you're going to create it complete, incomplete, and you can tell what kind of submission you want, how you want them to submit their work. And then you're going to want to click this. This is a group assignment. You can choose to assign individual grades, or you can give a group grade. And then you're going to check the name of your group, Project 1. And then you can go ahead and assign and save your project. And that way this will go to every student in the group or every student in the class, and they'll there will be a link to that group in the assignment itself. So I think that's about it. I hope that's been helpful to you, and good luck with your groups.